You're watching Mr. Tony of the Dead's Reviews.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Mr. Tony of the Dead here, and I have another movie review for everybody out there. This one's on a movie called The Possession Experiment. This is from Momentum Pictures, and it's directed by Scott B. Hansen. And in this movie we have Chris Miner, Jake Bryn, Nikki Jasper, KT Finelli, and Bill Moseley. And essentially what this is about follows this guy named Brandon who's in college, and he needs to figure out what he wants to do for his final project in his religion class. And he decides he's going to do a final project on exorcisms. So he does research on everything, finds out that there was this exorcism not too far from where his college is, and he goes and kind of like, you know, looks around in the house and everything, and looks, like I say, looks up things on that specific one, and basically he is going to do, you know, write an article and all that kind of stuff about that. And then he gets a little more deeper into it. He starts a GoFundMe, and he's basically selling $10 a ticket to people who want to witness him trying to actually get possessed, the possession experiment. And so he, like I said, he's going to sell these tickets on there. They're funding him, and they want to watch him get possessed. He's going to attempt to get possessed, so he has to get a crew together. He gets 3 people, well, 3, him and 2 other people, and you know, there's like a medium and all that kind of stuff, and you know, it goes from there. I'm not going to say anything more about that, but you know, I don't know what to say about this movie. I didn't really love it. I didn't hate it. I didn't like certain things about it. Like it does have bad acting. At least in the very beginning, the whole first half of this movie kind of looks. I mean, it looks low budget, which I'm not saying like every low budget movie is bad, but like it has that kind of feel to it. Look, bad acting. It was just kind of like hard to watch at first, and then it seemed like halfway through the movie they ended up getting like a budget. Like a higher budget, and then it looks so much better. It looked so much more professional. It got way more interesting. I didn't really find any characters likable, to be honest. Like I couldn't find a connection with any of them. I didn't feel bad for any of them. What happened? The ending was, you know, predictable, and the twist in this was kind of predictable. It doesn't really ruin it or anything, but it was kind of predictable in my opinion. Like I said, the first half looked low budget, and the second half looked almost professional. It does have some really good gore in it, like a scene where a woman like kind of rips her jaw off. It was like totally unexpected. They kind of throw in a little bit of the old, you know, technology nowadays with a webcam and stuff like that. There is kind of like a rip-off thing in here. I can't say it because it will ruin shit, but there's like kind of like a I don't know if they meant to obviously rip it off. They had to know what they were doing, but maybe it was more of a shout out to like Freddy Krueger. I'm just gonna say that. But you know, all in all, the movie was okay. Like I said, the first half just didn't do it for me. Like it was very like bad. It was just a bad movie. And again, how many movies are you gonna watch that have something to do with an exorcism? They're kind of like a dime a dozen nowadays. They're like the new found footage of movies. But it did have some pretty cool effects. I think the Ouija board that they've used, whoever made that or however it was made, I thought that looked really cool. It looked like old. It was a cool wooden Ouija board. It was pretty cool. And like I said, Bill Moseley's in this, and he plays a priest, and he's in the very beginning. And because there's a story, like I said, where it shows the beginning. In the beginning, it shows the story that he ends up reading about on the internet, and so you know it goes from there. But Bill Moseley plays a priest, like I said, and it's pretty cool to see him. You know, he does that Bill Moseley yell that he has that everybody loves. But I would say if you're gonna watch this movie just for Bill Moseley, it's not worth it, because he's not really in it hardly at all. He's in it for like 5 minutes, if that. But his part was great. Like he's always, you know, such a great person to watch on screen. But you know, the one thing that like bothered me was it was like typical things like the friend that he ends up becoming friends with. That made sense. He ends up becoming friends with this guy who's like the typical college kind of stoner, and the one thing that bothered me a lot was when they went to go investigate the house. The friend kept saying, "Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here." No, we're gonna keep him. We're gonna check every room. Let's get out of here. Let's get. I don't know how many times this guy wanted to get out of there, and the guy said no. Well, I just, in my head, it's like, what's holding you back? Like, who is this guy to you? It's just a project. Leave if you feel uncomfortable. I don't know, just, and in that house, that scene, that just seemed to go on forever. It was like, I know there was a lot of rooms that they had to check, but it just seemed like, to me, they checked every one, and we got to see it. That drove me nuts. But like I said, once you get through the first half of the movie, it picks up a lot, and it's not that bad. But the first half, you have to get through it and then to finish the movie. I don't know, but I would say if you're into possession movies, and it does have a different idea. Now, I've never seen one where they want to be possessed, and let alone get funded for it. You know. But that was a different idea. I guess that was pretty original, you know, because I've never seen that done. But like I said, if you want to see a possession movie, you know, another one, here it is. It comes out December 6th on video on demand, digital HD, and DVD. No, not sure if it's getting a Blu-ray release. Probably not. But you know, check it out if you want to. That's it. So make sure you check out the trailer for this movie at the end of this video. Give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, AMINO, and Twitch. That's it, everybody. Thanks for watching, and talk to you later. Bye.
We're in the basement of the former residence of Tracy and Richard Crow. 20 years ago, Tracy was believed to have been possessed by some sort of demon.
This kind of stuff is very real, and it is very dangerous. Things you don't understand are gonna happen.
Have you even thought any of this through?
Exorcism, it's kind of creepy, isn't it?
What is your name?